in the recent economic downturn, I found myself wearing a lot of my affordable watches a lot more. I found myself appreciating how much value and how much joy and satisfaction a $20 Casio can give me. And that's got me thinking, okay, for $100 US, how good of a 3-watch collection can I build? Let's find out. The best part about this video is it was kind of done backwards. I didn't sit down and go, hey, I want to do a video of 3 watches for under $100. For the past few weeks, I found myself wearing a few affordable watches, and they were regularly in my rotation and they were in my watch box, but they really took hold of my wrist time over the past few weeks because I just gravitated towards them. I love the way they looked. I love how stylish they were, and I love how simplistic and non-pretentious they were, right? They were ultra affordable watches. They're like $20, $30 each, and I found myself constantly wearing them and going to them. Going to the office, just grab and go, put one of them on. And I'm trying not to say the names or the brands of them. I want you to guess them. But yeah, it was easy for me to just grab and go. I didn't really care where I was going. I just wanted to take them with me. And I was wearing two affordable watches that are in the list today. And all I had to do this video was just throw another one in there. And the one that I've thrown in there is literally next to, it's within the watch box. It's next to the 2 watches that I've already picked out. And so before we get going, I'm going to tell you now that they are all the same brand. And I'm going to let you guess which brand it is. It's probably not difficult. And if you can, try and guess the actual models that I've chosen. So for the first watch, you've probably guessed it. It's the retro stainless steel cousin of the legendary F91W. This is the Casio A158W, which comes in a resin chrome plated watch head case and a stainless steel bracelet that, is quite thin, but for me, it's quite comfortable. And seriously, what's not to love about a $20 watch? You can buy them brand new on eBay or Amazon for $20. 36 by 33 millimeter case diameter with a thinness of 8 millimeter. It's every 6-inch wrist stream. The bracelet is extremely comfortable. The entire watch is lightweight. You don't have to worry about maintaining it. You don't have to worry about winding it. You don't have to worry about the automatic mechanism. You don't have to worry about anything. Just grab and go, like I said. And it's just so comfortable that in thin, it goes under cuffs. I don't wear it with a suit, but I practically wear it everywhere else I went within the past couple of weeks. And I know it says it has 30 meters of water resistance, but I've dunked this thing in so much water that it should be broken by now, but it's not. And then again, that's that Japanese reliability, low maintenance. And arguably for me, this is one of the more iconic watches out there. They say the Rolex has Submariner, Blancpain has the 50 Fathoms, Cartier has the Tank. Casio has this retro A158W. And to me, and I know I might piss off a few Rolex fanboys out there or watch snobs, this is as iconic as a $20,000 Rolex Submariner, even though this is literally a fraction of the price. It's 0.1%, I did the calculation, of a Rolex Submariner nowadays, how much they're trending for. And to me, that's just perfect. And for $20, it's kind of hard to argue that this is an amazing grab and go. Okay, so we're $20 down. So we have $80 left to spend. And the second watch, I am cheating a little bit. I'll preface that I did cheat a little bit. Not that I've gone over the price point, but I've actually picked up a watch from 2006. So this is the Casio EFL 200, which I'm coining the mini Duro before the actual Duro. Okay, so this is a model from the early 2000s, and I'm going to read you a couple of specs, okay? So 37 mil diameter, 18 mil lug width, 12 mil thin, so extremely thin. The best part is 200 meter water resistance rating, a screw down crown, and a lume pip at the 12 on the bezel. It's a serious diver, and I picked it up for $45. Now, that's a steal. Okay, for what you're getting here, that's an insane steal, considering the fact that I do have the new mini Duro, which you're going to see on screen. It doesn't compare to this EFL 200. The mini Duro is stripped of everything that makes the Duro great. They really could have just produced this EFL 200 lineup again, but no, they chose to strip everything that made the Duro great and actually make it smaller, which is what we wanted, but they took away all the diving capabilities, the screw down crown and all that. And in some ways, this EFL 200 reminds me of the Omega Seamaster, the mid-size Seamaster, just because of its case shape, how small it is, but at the same time it's chunky, and you get that reliability and robustness. Every time you put it on the wrist, you know that you can bang it around and it'll be okay. And the one that I have here, it's seen its fair share of wrist time, but it's still holding up really nicely. The bezel has not faded at all. A little bit patina on the loom pip, but the hands and indices are looking great. It's got apply indices, all for $45. At least that's how much I paid for it used on a local Facebook group. It's a steal. And chances are you might not be able to pick it up for as cheap as I did. So that's why I'm saying I did cheat a little bit, but it's still under the price point, and it's an affordable watch. So we are now $20 in the A158W and $45 in the EFL 200. So we're now $65 down, leaving us with $35 left to spend. So $35 isn't a lot of money, but as you probably guessed, Casio has me covered, and the last watch on this list coming in at about $33 US, so $2 left over, is the Casio CA53W, also known as Marty McFly's timepiece of choice. Sorry I had to throw that little piece of relation in there because I just love Back to the Future. It's one of my favorite trilogies. It's the calculator watch from Casio. So yes, they are all Casios, if you haven't noticed, and I do apologize for the lack of variety. But the calculator watch is just another iconic timepiece from Casio that's affordable, reliable, and extremely sharp looking. I mean, it's a calculator on a watch. Let me tell you something. I've owned hundreds of watches up to this point. The watch that's consistently gotten the most compliments and praise from, average folks who I know are not watch people is the calculator watch, because they undeniably always come up to me and go, "Hey, is that a calculator on your watch? That's so cool. Can I see it?" And of course, then that's a gateway for me to break into my watch nerd and go, "Oh, this is the watch from Back to the Future. This is Casio," all that stuff. And we'll probably skip all that stuff. And look, $33, it's perfect. I'm sorry, all of these Casios, all three Casios are perfect to me because of how affordable they are and how reliable they are and how stylish they are. It's so hard for me to find a fault when looking at these watches. Although the calculator watch might wear a little large, and it does wear a little large on my 6-inch wrist because of how long it is as a rectangular shape, but it's lightweight enough, and the rubber strap is comfortable enough that it just straps on my wrist and I forget it's even there until I look at the time. And by the way, adjusting the time on this calculator watch is probably the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. Just press the buttons in there. It's really cool. And for $33, you can't really beat it. Let us recap. Let me try to show you all three watches that I have at the same time. So these are my 3 picks for affordable watch collection, 3 watch collection under $100. And I'll apologize for the lack of creativity and variety in this video, and I did warn you. But the truth is, I didn't seek out to create, or I didn't try to find 3 watches for $100. I already have 3 watches for $100 that I regularly wear, that is in my long-term collection, and that is regularly in my rotation. They regularly get wrist time. It just came to me one day that I probably should share this with you guys and show you that watch collecting doesn't have to be expensive. I obviously I would never be satisfied. I mean, I could be satisfied, but I would want more watches. But I could do with these 3 watches, and $100 on 3 of them I think is a fantastic deal. You couldn't even service an ETA or SW200 for less than $100. I'm getting 3 watches that would last me 10-15 years, no problem. And so if you wanted variety, I'm sorry to disappoint, but then again, you could probably swap one of them out for a Timex. You could swap one of them out for a Citizen. You might be able to get one. If not, then AliExpress has a lot of options as well. But for me, I do love heritage and I do love brand history. And Casio has everything and has that reliability that I really love. And so for $100, those are my 3 picks: the Casio A158W, the calculator watch CA53W, and the EFL 200, the mini Duro before the mini Duro. So my question that I'm now going to pose to you, as I do in most of my videos, is what's your 3-watch collection for $100? Do you think you could beat mine? Feel free to do it, and just share it down below, and let's all enjoy this hobby that can be expensive, but at the same time can be quite affordable and quite lenient on the bank account. I'll see you on the next one.